sir. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yes, sir. Boy, you look good in that car. How can I help you?
I'd like to fill up. Do you have high test?
Yes, sir. We'll give you some high test. You got cash money. I know you got a nice car.
Daddy's rich. Fill it up.
Are you in a hurry?
No, I don't guess.
Well, why don't you park over here, because we need to talk.
Coming to you from Scotts Hollow Mercantile in lovely Hermitage, Tennessee, it's time for We Need to Talk with your host, the Colonel himself, Mr. Paul Odom, and yours truly, Papa John. Hey, stop what you're doing. Come sit down. We need to talk. What do you say, Paul?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you,
I'm doing
too.
pretty good. I'm always good when I'm with you.
Oh, yeah.
We got the band back.
Good.
Perry
Good.
Danos and the Lonesome Five.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Perry?
How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good, man.
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Are you boys ready? Are they tuned up?
They're tuned up.
Have they
ready to go.
changed the oil?
Cranked up, changed the oil, ready to play some music.
Play that theme song for us, will
Let's
you?
see. We need to talk. Baby, go for a walk. I need some time so I can make you all mine. Baby, I know it may come as a big surprise. I wanna listen and look in your eyes. Tell you I do. Oh, baby, it's true. It's you. We need to talk.
That's good.
Yeah. I believe you did change the oil on that steel guitar. That's really good. Thank you, Perry. Boys are good, aren't they?
Hey, man, they impressed me.
Yeah. Y'all pack it up and get out. We're talking about music. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning.
Colonel,
Yes, sir. How are you today?
I'm doing good anytime I get to sit with you.
Good.
Yeah, there's not much, maybe fishing I'd rather be doing, but other than that, I'd rather sit with you than about anything.
Or eating chocolate pie or something.
Yeah,
You know.
well, we could have some here and that'd be double good. Well, one of the people been asking us, and by the way, y'all sound great this morning, Perry Danos and the Lonesome Five. Y'all don't sound that lonesome, you sound pretty happy. They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, I need to sing more songs, though. I really enjoy it.
And that means you and me got to talk less because we only got 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
We'll give them the time, you're saying?
Some of it, yeah.
Well, I might even get up today and do a song. I've never done
Okay.
that, but maybe I will. Speaking of that, and just speaking of music, I know, and I think I've said in some of the other episodes that, I met Debbie here 37 years ago at a record company. I'd already produced my first album, or Merle Watson, of Doc and Merle Watson produced it. I actually did my first album when I was 19. I was up in Boone, North Carolina, and right down the road's Deep Gap. And some of our listeners, if you're into bluegrass, have certainly heard of Doc Watson, Doc and Merle Watson. And I met Merle, and that's a funny story too. And I don't want to throw my former wife under the bus, but too bad. But I told her, I announced to her at dinner one night, I said, I'm going to start pursuing music. I had a sign business that I started and was doing commercial signage and design work, but I've been playing guitar since I was 14 and play little get-togethers and stuff and writing songs. I wrote my first song when I was 14, and I decided I was going to pursue it as a career and wanted to. And I announced, and I've been thinking on it and studying how I was going to do it. And I thought, well, Doc Watson and Merle Watson live right down the road, and they're famous. The first thing I'm going to do is go meet them and get to know them, and they can help me. So I said to her at dinner one night, I said, I'm going to start pursuing music as a career. And she said, well, how are you going to do that? I said, well, the first thing I'm going to do is go meet Doc and Merle Watson. She spit her beans out and said, you can't just go meet Doc and Merle Watson. I said, yeah, you'll see. About 3 weeks later, I was sitting at their dinner table eating dinner. I just found out where they lived and drove over there after work one day. And Merle was out in the yard mowing the grass. I pulled right up. There wasn't a gate or anything. He stopped the mower and said, hey, how are you? And I said, good. And of course, I knew who he was. You're Merle Watson? Yeah, I am. Who are you? I'm John Phillips. And what's up? I said, well, I'm a singer-songwriter, and wanted to come meet you and your dad and just talk about music. And I'm wanting to do music like you as a career, and wondering if maybe, well, won't you come in and sit down, meet my dad and my mom, my sister. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there eating dinner with Doc Watson and Rosalie, Merle, Nancy, his sister. And that was way back before phones or they did have a rotary phone on the wall, but for one thing, I was sitting there shaking in my boots. I'm sitting at Doc Watson's dinner table eating dinner. You know, and my wife's by then, and it got up 6, 7. We sat around and talked like you and me do. I finally got home close to 9 o'clock, and my wife, understandably, was worried sick. And she said, "Where have you been?" I was calling the hospital, and I said, "I'm having dinner with Dr. Merle Watts." "Shut up, where have you been?" I said, "Well, here's their phone number if you want to call them and ask them." 3 months later, I was in the studio, and Merle was producing my first album, and that was the spark it took. And I say that somebody at lunch today, some young college kids, I had lunch with 4 college kids today, and all 4 of them are musicians, and they're studying music in college in Charlotte, North Carolina. And they asked me at lunch today, "How did you make it? And give us some advice." And I said, well, the first thing I can think of, and I thought of that story as I often do, is you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you've got something the world needs. If you believe you don't have anything to give, but I'd sort of like to play guitar and write, well, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to believe. And that's not the same as haughtiness or pride. That's no good either, but you have to believe in yourself. And I knew I had a gift. And I'm not the greatest and I'm not the worst, but I have something to give. I know you build instruments. I know you build dulcimers because I've seen them. Tell me, I guess, first of all, your love for music, your appreciation for music, and how did you get into building dulcimers and why?
Well, we had a lodge up in Jamestown, Tennessee, and right next door to us, there was a guy that played a dulcimer and made dulcimers. And I asked him one day, I said, "Could you teach me how to make one?" He said, "Yes." He said, "I'll teach you how to play one." And he told me to sit down. Anyway, he gave me a dulcimer, and he took the other one, and he started picking and playing Amazing Grace. He said, "You just do what I do." Of course, dulcimer is not hard to play. It ain't like a guitar or banjo or something. But anyway, 30 minutes later, I could pick out a Amazing Grace on that. I went home, I was real excited about it, and I said, "Joanne, I can play a song on a dulcimer,
How old were you?
Well, that'd be 26 years ago. I started making them, and I bought
You
me
were
a,
60-something.
I bought me a planer and a saw and all kind of tools, and went and got me some good wood and lumber, And the first one I made was, we had an old door made out of poplar that come out of my house. It's probably 200 years old. I don't know why I threw it away, but I threw it outside under a tree. I went out and got that, planed it down, and that's the prettiest green wood you ever seen. Poplar turns green when it's that old. Anyway, I made a dulcimer out of poplar, Then I went out in the barn and I found some chestnut boards. Somebody had nailed up in the barn, and they were extinct in 1933.
Wormy chestnut.
And I took that board and made another dulcimer out of that.
How many have you made?
I made about 20.
20?
Yeah.
Wow.
I only sold one. There's a lady that wanted one, and she said, "I'm going to pay you." She said, "I don't care what it costs, make me one." And I did. And I seen her a few years. I said, "You learn to play it?" And she said, "Well, I play some, but most people don't." I give one to a little girl I went to church with. Her mother said, "Would you make one for my daughter? And she'll draw you any kind of picture that you want." She was an artist, So I made one and give it to her. I never did get my picture. But the little girl, fast forward about 20 years, the mother said, "My daughter wants that dulcimer." I said, "I want it back." You know what I mean? If they didn't
it's stuck in a closet collecting dust.
But
and you got it back?
Got it back.
How about that?
I give all of them away, but I made one for my daughter, and I was going to give it to her at Christmas time. I said, "Well, to make one, I need to start Christmas was on Sunday. And I said, I need to start on Monday, and I can have it made by Sunday, you know. You have to do something every day. You have to make the head on it. You got to make the tail block. Then you got to make the outside of it, you know. And anyway, I planed the board down and glued them together and put them in a mold, you know. And but I done something every day. The hardest thing was putting the frets in, and you know. Anyway, a week later, and it was one of the prettiest ones I ever made, you know. And I made one for Aiden over here. It's the best one, I think. That's one I wanted to show you. You know, it's the.
Well, we'll get it and show it on the program. We want to go on one of the next episodes to your house and your workshop and your kitchen. We want you to bake some of your muffins for us.
Yeah.
And show us how. Don't just bake them. We want to teach our audience how to make your muffins. And
I like to do a
if
little
you'll
bit
let
of
us, we'll go in
cooking.
your workshop while we got the film crew over there and look at your
Actually,
dulcimers.
I've got 2 dulcimers I never did finish. They're halfway done,
Well, maybe.
and we could finish them
Yeah.
and make a little video of how to make, you know, somebody might want to know how to make one.
Right. Well, while we keep talking about music, do you know what AI is?
Yeah.
And do you know
That's
that?
going to ruin music as well as a whole lot of other
Well, a
things.
whole lot of other things, and we won't go into all the other things, but one thing I know it's ruining is music, and the reason I know that is because I have a lot of friends, some of these guys in the band right here, and our sound engineer, Philip Wolf over here, makes a living producing music, and Philip plays bass guitar, piano, drums, guitar. You can write a song and take it to him, and he'll record all the instruments. And so you don't have to pay a lot of money to get a demo done. Well, this AI will play everything and make the singer. And so these producers, I have several friends, I'm thinking of them, I don't want to just start naming their names and embarrass them, that I've had conversations with in the last several months that are losing work and going out of business, and they've made a living for 20, 30 years. Producing demos here in town, and background singers making a living singing on demos, and guitar players making a living playing on. But I know that there are publishing companies here in town, and I used to write for one of them. I won't name the name, and they would pay us. I'd make $60, $70, $100 depending on which publishing company to come in for 40 minutes and sing a song. Well, the publishing companies, and if you're doing the whole demo, they'd pay $200 or something to my buddy to produce a demo that they could then take that song and pitch it to Garth Brooks or whoever they want to pitch it to, that they hope they record it. Now they're using AI to make their demos, and all the singers are out of work, the guitar players are out of work, the producers are out of work. Not all of them, some are purists, but I know some of the publishing companies have gone, that why would they spend, and I sort of understand, but it's unethical to me. Why would I pay $200 to get you to produce my demo if I can push a button on AI and kick out a demo in 20 seconds, whatever? I hate it. People send me songs, friends of mine, I'm not naming names again, but quit sending me AI songs. I hate them for that reason. Sure, it's cool and sounds cool, but it puts 16 people out of work, and friends of mine out of work. And it's doing the same thing in the film industry and other places. We won't go into that, but that's something that won't go away when the power goes away. And I encourage you, if you play a guitar or a piano or an acoustic instrument, or you want to start learning, Paul started building dulcimers and playing at 60 something, because the world's going to need, there's going to be a time when the power goes out, the computer won't work, and people will always want to come. I told you in some other episode, we have music nights at my house. And we'll do them in the summertime outside. We'll build a big bonfire, and I got a big picnic table, and Debbie will bring out pots and pans of food, and we sit out there over the stream in the woods on my 3 acres, and everybody's got instruments playing, singing, the kids are playing. That'll never go away. And people will flock to that and want that because it's real and it's organic. Music is spiritual, powerful healing. Speaking of that, what were some of your earliest, because when you were growing up, the way we've talked about on many programs, did y'all, I'm sure you didn't have a radio at first because you didn't
We
even
had a
have
radio back in the
electricity.
40s. Yeah, we had one radio.
And were you listening to the Grand Ole Opry?
We did later on, yeah. But I didn't have the appreciation for music like I do now. I couldn't even care a tune. You know, I remember we started going to church when we come back to Tennessee, and I come home, and I was singing one of the songs, Jesus is all the world to me, my life, my joy, and I wasn't in tune. And Joanne, she said, what? She had a singing group back in high school. She could sing, and I couldn't. She said, why don't you sing it right? I said, well, I don't know how. And back to that guy up in the mountains playing the dulcimer, he said, do you know music? I said, no, I don't know. I won't know if I had an ear for music. That's what he asked. He said, do you have it? I said, I don't know. He said, well, say so, do, re, mi, fa, sol, He said, you got an ear for music. He immediately recognized, and I didn't know that until I was 60 years old.
Huh.
You know what I mean? And I've been able to use that because I knew I could get on your piano and pick out a song by ear. You know what I mean? And you playing a guitar, and same way with you. You know what I mean?
Well, I think you and I both too had the privilege. I know I did. We both grew up in the churches of Christ, or you did at some point. I did my whole childhood, and they sing a cappella and sing harmony. My mother was a beautiful singer and beautiful soprano. She went to Harding University, which was Church of Christ College in Arkansas, and traveled with a singing group from the college that went around the country singing to promote Harding University, So every Sunday morning I was sitting by my mom listening to that and listening to that and listening to that, and that got in me just harmony and the ability to hear a melody and hear harmony. And love a lot of those hymns and old hymns today. Debbie and I play a lot of hymns, and people love them. Did you grow up like that, singing hymns in the Church of Christ a cappella?
Yeah, oh yeah. We had you always have one lady in the church. She can out-sing everybody else.
And then you got the one that can't sing but thinks they can, and they're singing off key there on the back row.
Yeah, we had a song leader one time. We had a singing over at our house, and he was a professional singer. You know what I mean? And he was sitting over there with Bourbon Lewis. And Bourbon Lewis couldn't carry a tune. You know what I mean?
Unless he'd had a couple shots of
and then
bourbon.
Bill Toddy, he got up and walked all the way across the room. He said, somebody's off key. He said, said, I can't sing with him. I mean, he wasn't trying to be mean, but...
Right, it's just the truth. What are any of your favorite hymns? Or what's one of your
I'll
favorite?
Fly Away.
Oh, that's a great one. I love that. I play, that's one of Debbie and I's favorite. Matter of fact, another one, and I do what's called a mashup, is the Will the Circle Be Unbroken, which is kind of a secular hymn. And I do those two together.
Why don't you sing one?
I could, I guess.
I'll Fly Away.
With the band?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yes, sir. We need a...
Perry, y'all got an acoustic guitar back there? I don't want to play that electric. Yeah. All right. You think they can play? I know they can play it.
Yeah.
All right. You serious?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'll do it. All right, Paul, I'm going to do this one for you and me. I'm going to take your song, I'll Fly Away. I'm going to add my song, Will the Circle Be Unbroken. We'll see if the boys in the band and I can do it. Okay. You boys ready? Yeah. Oh, I was standing by my window on a cold and rainy day when I seen that person coming, oh, and carried my mama away. Here we go. Oh, will the circle be unbroken? My, oh, my. There's a letter on the waiting in the sky, oh, in the sky. Oh, undertaker, oh, won't you please drive for that woman that you're carrying. Here we go. Sir, be unbroken, my, oh, my. Here's a letter on the waiting, the sky low in the sky. Take it, Wichita. We're going to go on the road, get a bus. Well, what'd you think?
Yo, I think y'all getting there.
I'm out of breath.
I mean, I like the gusto you put into it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like whatever you find to do it with, you know.
I used to do it a lot. I'm out of shape. I'm out of breath. You got to practice.
Yeah.
But that's fun. That's fun. Thank you. They want you to get up and do one.
You know, we did, this goes back about 15 years, but we had a guy that was he's kind of like you. He was a good singer and a good arranger, and he got 4 of us together, and he said, we're going to sing at different events, and we'd have things going on in different churches, you know, and we'd sing together. And they said it was pretty good. I wish I had one of the guys that's dead that was sang with us, and I'll try to get that recording.
Like I said, we got to get our wives on here. We'll get Joanne and Debbie to sing, and Debbie to play piano.
Yeah,
We'll get them in here with the band.
Yeah, Joanne she had a singing group in high school, you know.
Does she still sing at church?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had way back when I was a little kid, there was one lady, Miss Philpole, and she could sing. She was a school teacher, kind of like your mother, and but she knew how to sing, and she would sing. Everybody'd be singing here, but she would. And we had another guy. He was a bass singer. Our church, pretty good sized building, but you could hear Curtis Goins over there. When he was singing bass, you wanted to listen. You know what I mean? He was that good, and I wish I had some of his. I wish we'd have recorded him. He was just
Is he passed on now?
He's passed on.
You've got a nephew that sings. Paul, is it your nephew?
Yeah, I got 2 nephews. Paul, he, as a teenager, he played the guitar and got pretty good. But when he got to working a little older, he quit and never touched it again until he was 65 years old or something. Huh. He said, I want to start playing again. And he started playing, and his son got interested and became a better banjo picker than his dad.
Huh.
And they got a little studio where you could
record
stuff, you know, and they're very good. I want you to meet them.
Yeah, we'll have to have them on the show sometime.
Yeah.
And they can play. I'd like to get my kids on here. All 6 of my children sing and play instruments. We'll have to get the children on sometime to play for us. What kind of music do you listen to when you're in your truck?
I listen, of course I like bluegrass. You know, everybody likes bluegrass.
No, they don't. Smart people do.
Yeah, but I like the Gaithers. You ever heard Bill Gaither and his group? Some of the best singing I ever heard.
Yeah.
Of course, he let certain people come out and lead a song or do the song, you know, and some of them bring chill bumps on me.
Yeah.
You know what a chill bump is?
Tell us. I've had them big enough to
at certain events and things that happen.
Sure.
That really impress you, you know. You say, man, it just blows you away, you know. And
yeah, or can make you cry. I've cried at symphonies before. My wife told me last night that the symphony where I live there close to Boone, North Carolina, is Appalachian State University, and they have the Schaefer Music Center and have bands from across America come, and the symphonies, Charlotte Symphonies come. And we went last year, and I cried. I teared up. It was so beautiful. And to see that many people that disciplined, when there's so many people, like we've talked about in other episodes, that have no discipline, and to see somebody play that violin, that French horn, that clarinet, and they all work together like that, is very inspiring to me and healing to me. Beautiful.
I told you about Dean Martin and Elvis Presley getting together one time, and Dean Martin saying, what you see on screen is not me. What you see on TV. He said, I would love to do this, and you know what I mean? And him and Elvis got together, and they went in into a little dive or whatever, you know, and they done what they wanted to do. But he said, we have a certain image, and people expect certain music out of us, and, you know, and They don't want to hear nothing else.
Well, they learn to market that image, and it makes them money, and they have to keep doing it. I've known musicians like that, and to me, and it's okay, but it's going to be more like a fad and come and go than just truly singing from your heart and telling stories from your heart. I think you said when you told that story that he said he couldn't even go back in there at one point and do it.
He was doing an hour show, and 20 minutes they took a break. He kind of broke down, had a tear come in his eye, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're going to have to wrap up here. Don't try to be famous, try to be important. And fame comes and goes. I've lived right here in Music City and watched hundreds probably of people come and go, and go, and there's always somebody to replace you. And the ones that really make an impact to me are the ones that do something important, because people keep coming back to what's important. A song about a truck and a girl, and that's one dime a dozen, and the big guys like ice cream flavors or whatever, it's gone. You know, build a song like you built that dulcimer, write a song like you wrote. It's something that's meaningful, that will last and transcend whether you're famous or not. And I've not been famous. I mean, I've been around, but I've done important things, and things that will last, and things that will last past me, including the songs in this podcast. You and I talked about that, but if you live to be 100, that's going to be gone like that. But we're producing something here important, that a legacy that can be left behind. You did that some time back with writing a book. This was amazing. I read your book. Debbie and I loved reading your book. Unfortunately, people don't read books. That's one of the reasons Paul and I are doing this, because people will watch videos and listen to podcasts.
Well, I got a volume 2 coming out. I've already written it, but I'm going to rewrite it.
Well, I hope we'll do it here in live, or you can read it live, because people don't buy books and read books anymore. A few do. The masses don't. And your book won't be heard, and those stories in volume 2 need to be heard. Here's how we can get it to more people.
Yeah.
And I'd love to do that. We'll do a whole series on each chapter of your book, and you can read it and talk about it. I know you all want to hear that. I want to hear it. Well, it's been good.
Been good.
I got to get up and sing today. Didn't see that coming. So next week, you got to get up and sing. No, we'll bring that dulcimer. Don't forget.
I'll bring the dulcimer.
As much as I don't want to, we got to go. We're so glad, as we always say to you, we're honored that you would take the time to listen to us and spend this time with Paul and I. Hopefully something we've said has inspired you or helped you today. If you have a guitar, get it out. If you have paintbrushes, get them out. If you have a pen, get it out. Write, sing, paint, do something that can be left behind when you're gone, to inspire people. And even if you're no good at guitar, and I'll finish with this, you know my brother Craig.
Yeah.
Craig bought a guitar and took guitar lessons, and he couldn't sing or hold a tune in a bucket or anything, and he took guitar lessons for like 6 weeks, quit, put the guitar in the closet, and I got it out when I was 14 years old and started monkeying with it, and asked him if I could borrow it, and he said, you can have it, and the rest is history. So at least do that, get a guitar so your little brother or little sister can play it. All right, we love you. We thank you. Write to us and tell us what you thought of what we talked about today. Tell us your favorite song. Maybe Paul will sing it next week. We love you. God bless you. See you next week.
You've been watching We Need to Talk, filmed live at Scotts Hollow Mercantile in Hermitage, Tennessee, with your host, Paul Odom, and yours truly, Papa John. Join us again next week, and we'll get after it again. Yep, we need to talk. Daddy's